G'day everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening for wherever you are. Welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy. G'day Cherry. Hello Nolani. Welcome. Okay, we are back to testing papers, and this is part 2. So I'm hoping to finish this apple up or close to it because we've got a few more papers to test. Last week we did the mouth area, and you know what, I don't mind this paper. I really don't mind it at all. The only thing is that you'll see I mean, it is grainy, but I like, and it allows for quite a lot of layers with coloured pencil, I'm finding, and I was just having a bit of a play just before the stream, and I reckon I could go for a ton more. Yes, it is a sanded surface, it is not smooth, so for those that don't really like grainy surfaces, it's probably not the surface for you. But I plan to be able to do and apply lots of layers. Now around me again, I've got a few different kinds of brands of pencils. I reckon just about any pencil could go on this one. So just so happens in my art box I've got the Derwent Lightfast, I've got the Polychromos, I've got the Luminance, and I'm using the Pablos. They're the colours that I'm using. Now I also wanted to play with a little bit. Now I know there's quite a few colour pencil artists that use pans as an underlayer. Personally, I think it fills the tooth too quickly. Oh, g'day Helen, hello, how you going? Just arrived at work, so just wanted to say hello and that I haven't forgotten you guys. Well, we haven't forgotten you either, so I hope you're okay as well. Yeah, so I feel that it does fill the tooth, but having said that, this is a test session. These are testing and studies, but I was playing around with that, and I think it's always a really good idea to have like a test piece. I've had too many accidents when I'm doing a really big piece and then I decide to try something new. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, but anyway, so what I did was I thought, well, you know what, the underlayer for the apple is red, of course, with a little bit of green and stuff like that. So I thought I would put a bit of the pan just as the lightest layer that I could possibly do, and then I started working some coloured pencil on top. So having done that and said that, I'm actually going to try that on here. Now the layers that I've done already on this one here, no pan pastels have touched this paper so far. So let's just see what happens. That's why we do these things, to muck about and see how things happen. Oh, g'day Nan, hello, how you going? Nice to see you here as well. So having said that, I'm going to do just that, and the lightest layer, because I'm not using solvent. Actually, solvent would be good. Solvent's really good with the pan pastels, believe it or not. Yeah, so I'm actually just going to put like the lightest layer. So yeah, and see what happens, see what will happen. I don't want this to be a pastel piece, but I figured this would be really good as far as trying to get some layers down or get some colours, or maybe speed up the process, because as we know, colour pencils takes forever and a day. All of this is red here, so I don't want to put too much. Oh gosh, that might be too much. I'm going to have to spread that out, and I might have to pick it up with my kneaded eraser. Hello, she's right there. I always seem to bloody lose that thing, So So if you're going to ask me, is this paper good for coloured pencil? I'm going to say yes, it is, with what I've been doing so far. Now, yeah, so all I'm just doing is, yep, this is it. I don't want to go out of the lines. I'll have to tidy it up afterwards. Okay, and I might begin in just a sec, just making sure that I've covered enough. Okay, it is grainy, but it would be grainy with smooth paper anyway, coloured pencil. I mean, you can get it. I suppose you can get, well, I suppose it all depends on the surface, but I love coloured pencil, so, and I want to, that's why I want to do a piece in coloured pencil. So I just want to see which paper is it going, and look, you know what, look at this. I must be very heavy-handed. Brenda, hello, how you going? Nice to see you here. I must be heavy-handed with my soft tools because look, this was a brand new one and I've already started to eat it. So it's the user, I suppose, and the surface. I don't know. I'm not going to blame anything on anything except for myself. All right, so what I'd like to do, I'm going to start off with the polys and see how we go with the polys on top of the pan and if it's going okay. So far so good. As I said, I tried that and then I started putting a little bit more pressure on it. So let's see how we go. Now this is just a little bit of an underlayer here. I just want to, and I'm lucky this paper's going to, with coloured pencil, it's going to allow me to do lots of layers. So I will touch in on the mouth again, but I wanted to paint around or colour around the area so it'll help me gauge what, you know, darker, lighter, I don't know, whatever it needs, whatever I need to do. Yes, so, and the thing with coloured pencil, it takes forever, so it's something that's going to be around for a while. So, I mean, it gets to sometimes, so I've just got to, I've got to have my mindset. I've got to have the mindset that, Chrissy, this is going to take a while. You're going to get sick and tired of looking at it. Yes, but just keep going. So I just want to make sure that I've got, like, all the planets and the moons are aligned. I just want to make sure that's all happening before I go ahead. Okay, I'm doing a piece on toned grey and did a pan underlayer. Sprayed it with brush and pencil fixative before starting the coloured pencil. It worked well. I've got that. I've got the brush and pencil fixative. Maybe I should get that. Is it close by? Yes, it is. It's close by. Oh, I'll get it later. Hang on. Yes, it is. Good idea, because last week there was talk of the Clairefontaine fixative, and that heard some really nice things about it. So of course I went on the hunt, and of course I went looking around. Well, I haven't looked very hard for it, but a major art store that I thought might have it doesn't have it. This is my problem. My problem is because it's an aerosol, it won't come from overseas. I'll have that. It has to be within Australia, I suppose. Yeah, so okay, this layer's working okay. Oh, Dean! Hello, Dino. Good morning. Art lovers, that's it. Sexy art lovers. I hope you are all well and living every day to the fullest of fulls. Can that be any better said? I love it when family come in, so everyone say hello to Dean. Thank you, sweetheart. You are. Thank you for the chat, super chat. Thank you very much. Okay. You caught me by surprise, Dino. Okay, don't do it on textured paper. Oh, okay. I was trying to add texture to a smooth paper. Not sure it will work on the texture. Oh, okay. All right. Well, maybe what I should do is use it on my test piece and see what happens there. Interesting. Oh, Paulo, hello. How you going? Nice to see you here as well. Yes. Yeah. Okay, well, I won't do that then on, well, yeah. Well, I'll have a test, hey. I mean, that's what's good about testing papers, isn't it? Okay. Okay, now I've tried, now this one is the Scarlet Red. I've got a few reds by my side here. I've left them so you could see what I'd like to choose. Here's a really good selection of the reds and the Pablo here. I got, yeah. Okay, so don't want to use black, but you can see what I mean, and probably the poly there. What have we got here? Chocolate. I don't think chocolate, but maybe, I'm not sure at the moment. So, and the reason why I've got these is so we can see the difference. See, this is I tried to sort of select the ones that were close. Nanette. Are we hearing your birds? Yes, you are hearing my birds, Nanette. And the door is just, it's only ajar by about, I don't know. Oh, it's a little bit open, but it's mostly closed. But yes, the birds. Got lots of trees around here, that's why. Okay, so this is the Luminance, the aubergine. Oh, there you go. Yep. They're the rainbow lorikeets that are around me here. Okay, well, this one says purple, but it doesn't look purple to me. Okay. I don't know why it says purple. But anyway, and this is red violet. Doesn't matter what name they put on it, it's what looks like to me. Yeah. All right, so I'll try, and before I do that, I always want to test on here. Yeah, okay. See, look, very simple. Oh, that's just a little bit darker, but you know, it's really, really close. That's what I'm trying to say. And the poly, that's probably the lightest one of the bunch. You know what, the polys fill the tooth a little bit quicker, and that's probably because it's a harder core. Okay, we need a bird cam. Well, I tell you what, one of these days I'm going to film it, and I'll put it on Share Your Art with Xrissart, and you'll see all the birds. Although I think I'll do one, and so you can see these are the birds that are around. Okay. All right. So feather. Okay, I'm using the Polychromos. This one, the polys. What do you want to call it? Red violet on there. Yeah, so, and I did mention Share Your Art with Xrissart for those who are just stumbling on me, finding me. We've also got a group called Share Your Art with Xrissart, where we continue the conversation and from the stream. And there's a lot of times when, because we're all artists here and we'd like to share what we talk about and some of the tips and tricks that you all have, which is really, really nice that we share on there. So that group is, they're not, the rules aren't that firm, I believe. Oh, well, I think all it is just respecting each other, and it's just talking about art, nothing else. Okay, so no politics, no, if you get my drift. So well, we tried to refrain from that anyway. It's all about art, and you can share your page, your group. You can share where you bought a, where you found a really great deal on some art supplies somewhere in the world. So now this was just bringing up a bit of the powder, or a bit of the and rather than blow, I just thought I would just put it into the tooth, spread it into the tooth, yeah, rather than blow the core or the pigment. And I'm going feather light touch. I think in the beginning I don't want to destroy the tooth. Well, I'm just figuring it out, to be honest, figuring out what I can and can't get away with. And so if I go feather light bit by bit, then I won't make as many mistakes. Cherry says, would be nice to know what they look like to match the sound. Oh yes, okay, all right. Well then, what I'll do is I have taken some photos where I live. This is the back part of my home, and we've got a big balcony, and we often, probably about 9 months of the year, we sit outside and eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. If we're on the weekends, if we're home, because we all work here, and but dinner, we will, we have outside on the balcony. So 9 months of the year, we're out there. So there was one particular breakfast we were having, and all of a sudden, these rainbow lorikeets decide to come and pay us a visit. I've called them I caught like there were 2 that came, because we fed them, you see. We got some crackers and we put a bit of honey on it, and we put it on the table next to our food, and they just came. They were a bit wary of us, but they came on top of the table and they started licking the honey off the cracker. So I took some photos and maybe even a video or 2, I think. So I'll check that out. And so what I'll do is I'll post it, seeing as we talked about it on the live stream. So I will show you, Cherry, you'll see. Yes, I'm not sure if I've got some really good photos of them, but yeah, but you'll see what I mean. Wow, look at that. And we do have the most gorgeous birds. We've got galahs, where they're pink and grey. They almost look like a cockatoo, but they're a smaller version, but they're pink. Truly, they're pink and grey. Pink like that, pink and soft grey. Okay, so that's what Share Your Art with Xrissart is all about. Just continuing the conversation, so we can, and you can share your your website if you've got a website going, or your Instagram page, so we can support you. So that's yeah, so there's that. You might ask, well, is this not eating away your pencils? Probably, but it doesn't worry me. So long as I'm getting the look I'm after. Just make sure that I'm in the frame. I've got a camera just here at on my left, and I've got, well, of course, the camera up the top, and I'm filming, so I just want to make sure that that's what you, when you see me turn my head, you'll see that I'm just making sure that I'm in shot, because I film just about everything, just about. Okay, this one is the Derwent Red. I'm going to be jumping all over the place, so... Oh, look, they're chattering away. They're very loud, aren't they? Yeah, we get galahs, we get, like even... I'm sure we had some crows as well. We had magpies, we get maggies, that's what we call them for short. Maggies, we call them cockatoos, corellas. The cockatoos are, sorry, the corellas are without the sulphur crest doohickey feather thing going. It's almost like the poor cousin, the poor corella. It looks like a cockatoo, but it doesn't have the thing going. I'm thinking, oh, you're just like the poor cousin. And they're not as loud. They're a bit more, you know. The cockatoo's a bit of a larrikin. The corellas are, you know, not as noisy, not as disruptive. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going round and round circles. The Derwent Lightfast is very, very nice on top of this layer for the pans, for those who are asking. Okay. Oh, and my kitten is sitting next to my computer listening to the birds. He seems confused. I'm sure he would be. Makes our sparrows, starlings and pigeons very boring, says Cherry. Oh, look, you guys have got some beautiful birds as well. You know what? I like the... I had the name of the bird on the tip of my tongue. Oh, you know, the one with the really the fancy beak, and they've got like the fish dangling off its beak. Oh my God, I had the name. I was just about to say. Oh, I was just about to say the name, and it just flew out of my head. I got the picture of it in my head. What is it? And it's a it's a British bird. I can't believe it. It just flew out of my head. I'm sure someone's gonna what is it? Bugger. No, but you've got some beautiful birds. You know what? All over the world, there's like in each country, there's beautiful wildlife, fauna. You know, fauna, flora, beautiful. Not the kingfisher. No, not the kingfisher. Is it? It's black, and it has. Not the pelican. Not the pelican. Oh, bloody hell! I can't. What? Oh, jeepers creepers! I'm not even describing it well, so you can tell me which one it is. It will. You know what? I will think of it, and I will think of it probably when the stream finishes. Gosh. It's got red in it and everything. Puffin! That's the one! That's the one, Puffin. Puffin. Yes, that's the one. Puffin. Like, I think that's the most... that's a beautiful bird, I think. I just think. Well, raven. No, they're really striking blackbirds, aren't they? I mean, they just look... they look like they're so menacing, don't they? But it's the puffin. It's the puffin I was thinking of. And speaking of puffin and kingfisher... what I've done for March mashup, I've put a list out on Share Your Art with Xrissart and the March Mashup Facebook page. I've got a 31-day, so for those who, who not sure what to paint or draw, and want a little bit of inspiration, this is definitely the list for you. If you like creating animals and unusual creatures, what it is, March Mashup is 2 living things, but I've added something else in this list. Two living things or 2 subjects to make one living thing. Now in this list, I've added a few objects, so I will repost this again because we talked about it again. I will repost it in Share Your Art with Xrissart, so you can have a look at the list again. And probably you will see a few creatures coming through again. Okay, we see those all the time, Nanette. Okay, pterodactyl. Is that how you say it? What is that one? I have to look that one up. Pterodactyl. Isn't that like a isn't that a dinosaur bird? Oh, now okay. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so just to let you know, so far the Derwent Lightfast on top of this light layer of pan is not hindering my just want to put this base layer down before I go a little bit darker, because that's how colour pencil is, isn't it? We go light and we just keep on adding layers. So okay, I lost count how many glasses. Oh dear. Oh, by the way, also seeing as we're talking about animals again, countdown to getting my puppy next Saturday. I'm getting my puppy next Saturday. Well, so instead of me, I won't be live streaming on Saturday, which also leads me to talk about the landscape challenge. The entries now have closed, and I have given the list to Will from Unmask Art, who will be judging them, and we will be doing a live stream, and Will has been kind enough to critique them, and we will be critiquing them on a live stream. So, but it will be my Friday night, which would probably be morning, but that's only for next week. I think I much prefer doing the live streams this time. So, but in this case, because I'm working around Will's schedule. So, yes, and I tell you what, thank goodness I am not critiquing these or trying to. Honestly, every one of these ones are just amazing, and I think Will is going to have a problem trying to, trying to figure out who's going to, we're having first, second, and thirds. Good luck, Will. That's all I can say. Because it's all about the bass. I know, that's a song. I know that song. That's all right. I'm with the program today, Nanette, I think. I got that one. And you know what? That is a top song too. It's all about the bass. Exactly. Oh, so funny. Yeah. So that's what's happening next week. Okay, so so it'll be my Friday night and morning, but it'll be a really late night for me. But I don't care because it's Friday night. I can sleep. Well, I won't sleep in because then I'll be traveling to get this this pup that I can't wait to get. I've got everything just about ready, I think. But you know. Okay, what I think I might do is just gently push this in the tooth. Hi, horsewoman. Hello. How you go? Hi, Kathy. How you going? Nice to see you. Yes. So, so there we go. I'm just wiping that off. Yeah. Oh, hello, Nior. How you going? How you going? Nice to see you here. Yeah, so that's what, so Will's going to be critiquing them. And I'm pretty sure I've got everyone's. I'm pretty sure. And I did put out a notice to make sure that everyone was aware. And if I didn't, if I missed it, if I missed your entry, but I think I didn't, but you know, I'm human. I'm human. So, oh yeah, by the way, I'm using the purple, which is not really a purple in my head. It's more of a, well, it could be a purple, hey, but to me it's like a dark crimson. Yeah, so I like the luminance on here. I like the Lightfast, and I like the polys. Okay, all I've got to do is now check the Pablos on here, and then I'll probably rank them for the way I color for this project that I want to do. So yeah. Yes, and so and for those who sorry for the plugging, so I'm going to plug away. And for those who are also just discovering me, I do have a Patreon channel, and there it's, you know, where we do some really unusual projects. So I'm going to have to move this around a little bit, make sure that that's, yeah, where we you know, where we do some really unusual projects, and you get to see some tips and tricks, and you'll a lot of the times you'll get to see when things don't work out so well, you know. So what I'm trying to say is that, you know, it's warts and all there as well, as if it isn't here as well. Oh my gosh, I can't be any more exposed than I am here. But it's mainly building your confidence. That is my aim for this channel, is building your confidence to doing really unusual projects, or projects which you thought that you would never do. So at the moment we're doing at the moment I'm showing you how to not make fluorescent, but make something look like it's fluoro in the pans, particularly, and one of our friends here, Kathy, is the one that has asked us if we could do a couple of these projects, and so we are. and to create a fluorescent. And we've also got some soft pastels with us as well. You know, it's almost like, you know, when you're painting metal without using metallic colours. It's that kind of thing. The pan pastels have got pearlescence, they've got metallics, but they don't have fluorescent. So we're trying to make fluorescent colours. Cherry says, Chrissy, I know you said you were taking time off for puppy, so will Patreon be off for a couple of weeks? No. Nope. Still going on. And YouTube still going on. It's only my my day job that I'm taking off. I'm not taking off YouTube, and I'm not taking off Patreon. Nope. Gosh, I've got a few babysitters in the house, so that's fine. Hubby will have to just take care of her. But yes, no, definitely no. Now you can see that it's very grainy. I can see that you're looking at this and it's looking very grainy, and it is, but not as grainy as you're seeing for some reason. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to keep on building layers on here. And I'm liking it. Oh, sorry, I wanted to try the Pablo on here. These are all about. Yeah, Pablo is not too bad either. I find that the Pablo, it's the hardest core, and what is happening, it is closing in on the tooth more. So definitely this would be the hardest core out of these two, the Polys and the Pablos. I'd say using this more for the details on top, but it's going really well as far as filling the tooth. It's all right. I find that's okay. Yeah. Oh yes, I've already bought for little for the little pup. The amount of craziness that I've done, I've gone a little bit silly. I've gone a little bit silly. I've even bought her, like I haven't even seen her in real life. I've seen photos and stuff like that because she does live very far away. She lives about I don't know, it would be about an 8-hour drive south-west. So, and I'm sort of in the mid-north coast of New South Wales. So, yeah, or maybe not even, but yeah, more so. The bottom end of the mid-north coast, that's where I am. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I've even bought like a little tag, a little dog tag. And there's a reason why I did this, a little dog tag with her name, and on the back of it I've put down my details if she gets lost. So, you know, she's a pup, and we've dog proofed the house. There's no hole in the place that I think, but you just don't know, right? You just, I'm saying you should never say never. I understand that, but with my details. So if she gets lost, that someone can contact me. What's her name again? Her name is Athena. Athena. The Greek warrior princess. That's what she is. Ah, dear. See, it's sad, isn't it? It really is sad, but. And I've even bought her a nice bed for the art studio as well. So she can, if she feels that she wants to lay around and keep me company while I'm arting, I've got a special place for her here. She's got a special place. She's got a lot of special places that I've put around the house for her. So whether these things happen or not, I don't know. I don't know. I hope she loves us as much as we'll love her. Athena. Yes, that's the word. Athena. Yeah. By the way, Nanette, I saw your just before the stream. I saw your post with your beautiful Russian blue, this Russian blue cat. Oh my gosh, she, you know, she almost should be like one of those models on a catwalk. Pardon the pun, but yes, she's a beautiful thing. Wow, and she's very queenly looking too. She looks very entitled as well. So yeah, so that's what's happening. So I will keep, but no, I will keep on YouTubing and Patreon. I think for me, not my commitment to Patreon, I would have to not be able to, there are a few things for something to not go ahead. I would have to be so sick that I can't lift my head. That's one. Two, there would be an internet issue by which I would compensate by doing something the next day. And probably, you know, like maybe Christmas holidays or Easter holiday, maybe a break there. But other than that, no, rain, hail or shine, or there's like a family issue that I can't get away from, but I would certainly make it up to you if that ever happened. So yes, but it's a very fair question, Cherry, absolutely. Neil says, puppy, the first weeks are the best and the hardest. Our dog is nearly 3 years now. Wow. Nolani says, have you bought her a diamond-studded collar and a closet full of outfits? If no, then you're not gone overboard. No, I haven't done that yet, but I've been looking. I've been looking. He found his own special places. We bought him some beds, and where did he sleep? Under our bed. Oh my gosh. Nanette says, oh, your cat's a diva. Oh, she looks it. She looks it. It's that pose looks like, don't talk to me. I am just not interested in speaking to you this very moment. That's what she looks like. Okay, our dog, Horsewoman says, our dog got out once and he was a block over and the people put him in their garage, so when we drove around calling for him, he couldn't get to us. Oh, that's, yeah. Did you get him back? And yes, Horsewoman, Athena, the Greek warrior goddess, that is what she is, with a moustache, a goatee, and the bushiest eyebrows, because that's what she looks like. Oh dear. Yep. Yes. Okay, now there's quite a bit of pigment here, so I'm actually going to rub it in a little bit. I don't want to blow. I think I would like to. So this is what this surface is doing to me, which is okay. I don't mind this. Like, this is all right. And I'm being very gentle. Okay, there we go. Very gentle in the way I do that. Okay. Give her a couple of months and Athena will need a wardrobe of her own. Yes. Oh dear. Look, isn't it funny how you say that? I found a really pretty collar and some stuff. I don't know, this lead and stuff, and it's all pretty, and I'm thinking, nah, Chrissy, you've gone too far if you do. But seeing as you've said that now, Nolani, then I haven't gone too far because I haven't done that. I mean, I haven't seen her in person. she'll probably look at me and she goes, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? Okay, yes, just telling the story so people don't put animals found in their garage. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, you know, anything is possible, and I'm not ruling out anything. So that's why I thought, you know what, this little tag is really important that I do that. So, yeah. And it just so happens that it's pretty, you know. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Tisk, tisk. Okay, so I'm not minding this at all, actually. So what I'm trying to do is just make sure that I put in enough layers down so I can start working, because, yeah, this apple really, it's got things going, this colours going this way. So I'm just making sure that I'm just putting, and I'm very, very gentle on this. Very, very gentle on the surface. Okay. Okay. Flash takes our socks if you don't look, and if you do not look, and took them with and under the bed for sleep. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm gonna have to think about. Oh, I've been looking at some videos on, you know, doing the let go business, and God knows what it's gonna get up to. I don't know. You'll be hearing it. You'll be hearing it for sure. You know what? I'm really loving these little studies, because they're small enough, and I'm just enjoying. I think colour pencils is very therapeutic for me. I don't know if you've come across that. Probably because it's probably one of the most slowest mediums out. So I'm just going real slow. And just enjoying the process. And I mean, it is a funny looking apple anyway. We want lots of smiles, don't we? We have enough in the world that puts us into sad faces. So this is okay. Okay, he also takes the fresh washed. Oh, okay, you're kidding. Oh dear. Let me see. Okay. Oh, Cherry says, do they chip dogs in Australia? Yes. Okay, well, this is how I'm going to collect the dog. The breeder will have the dog vet checked, vaccinated, its first vaccination, and microchipped. Yes. So, even if it didn't have its dog collar, then if someone was to take it to a place, you know, to a pound or something, which I hope that would not happen, they would probably check for the microchip, and yes, that's what we call them, chip. Yeah. Is that what you guys call them in your places, in your countries? We call them microchips, I'm sure. Only reason why I ask is because, you know, everyone has different names for things. So, okay. Just on the top here, I'm going to, it's sort of on the greeny side. But what I'm going to do is just feather light with this, maybe with this deep red, but just really light. I'm just going to go green on top. I just want this layer. There we go. No. What colour is this one? Okay, it is spring green. Okay, yeah, they chip in the US. Yep, okay. And Kathy says, my daughter, when 7, wrote a story, The Dirty, Filthy, Smelly Sock. It fell in love with the toothbrush, but was taken by aliens. I've never laughed so much. Great imagination. Oh, that would be so funny, wouldn't it? Oh, yes. So creative, don't you think? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's not much green going on in this apple, so I'm going to make sure, maybe I should put a little bit more than what my reference allows. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, that is so funny. The dirty, filthy, smelly sock fell in love with the toothbrush. What a good story. That would be a really funny story. Nice little children's story, perhaps. Yeah, so that's the story at the moment. You know what? I want more green to come through. Wow, look at that. And it picks up really nicely with the kneaded eraser. I want more green coming through. So, well, we know that it picks up really well. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to go in the direction of the shape of the apple. That's my strokes. Now I'm going to be a little bit more conscious of that as I'm doing that. Okay. Nanette says, how do you think the Mitton touch compares with Pastelmat? You know what? It's a different surface. Well, granted. How does it compare? I think the Pastelmat is less grainy. I feel, and I'm probably thinking that, well, because I have used coloured pencil on Pastelmat and I know, I'm just going to see what happens at the end of this project, but I feel that Pastelmat will allow me to have a lot more layers. That is what I feel the comparison is. Yeah, it's more grainy. Yeah, this one is more grainy at this stage. Yeah. I mean, there is nothing that Pastelmat can't do, hey? I mean, let's just, you can't even argue that. Although I think some people might try, but in my opinion, I don't think that you could argue that you could do just about anything to Pastelmat. But if you, for those perhaps maybe who don't, because Pastelmat has become really expensive lately. I don't know why. But it's become, so for those who are, you know, and of course the comparison is that the Mitton touch is not as expensive. But I'm not I'm not choosing this because of price. I'm choosing this because of what I want to be able to do on it. But yes, that's a very good. Do you want more layers? It will take more time, Chrissy. Yes, most definitely. I know what you mean. I suppose it's because I want the option. I want the option to be able to go layers if I have to. It's probably more fair to say that. Yes, but you know, I totally agree. Okay, that was the Luminance. I do want a lime. Is this they're a bit different, but I don't think I could find. Maybe this color. I know it's not lime, but it's sort of close. No, it's not. Not even. Nowhere near close. Just trying to find. I've got my pencils here, but oh, here. Sorry. I did find lime. Here we go. No, not even close. No. Pablos? Yes. But no, I totally get what you mean. Yeah, it will take more time. Yeah, for sure. Agree. And Kathy said, there's more that happened in the life of this dirty, smelly sock. I kept it, but have lost one page. A keepsake for sure. Oh my gosh. So funny. Okay, I looked at the touch paper and thought about getting some to play on with pastels. It was nearly as expensive as Pastelmat, so I didn't bother. Well, how about that? Oh no, well here in Australia, well, I mean, Pastelmat is the one, you know. And for those who don't like Pastelmat, I know end up going more UArt. Yeah. Okay, I was going to ask everyone if they noticed art supplies and watercolor paper since you're beginning to increase, since year beginning to increase in price. Yeah, Yep, they've increased here, I'll tell you that, in price. I love watercolor paper. Oh my gosh. I love paper. Let's just put it out there. I love paper. Regardless. I mean, there's one which I want to try. The Black Fabriano. Oh. And I think we've talked about this, and I think in the chat, I think Nanette's got this one. I'm not quite sure who else has got this one, but oh, look, paper. And this one is 300 GSM. I've got a whole heap of papers right next to me here. So, yeah. I mean, paper is one of my weaknesses. My art box, honestly, I've got... And you know what? I've run out of room where I've stashed them. So now sometimes I can't figure out where I've put some of them. Because I know in my head, I go, I know I've got that paper. So I start digging. Okay, yes, everything has increased in price lately. Absolutely, everything has increased. Yes, thankfully I have a nice stash of Pastelmat. Oh yes, and I also the same. I also have bought Pastelmat. You know, like a good supply of, but sometimes it's just the colors, certain colors that I've wanted, that I've run out, but I too have a really nice supply. But if you wanted to, not that it's the same, okay, Mitton Touch is not the same as Pastelmat, but you just have to change your techniques with it. But still, you know, it's okay. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's okay. All you got to do is figure out how it's going to, how you're going to work it. And that's what I'm doing here, because this is not how I normally would, this is not normally how I would colour. But, you know, look at that. I'm just starting to add more layers and going again very gently, being very, very patient. Yes, I've used the black, but I like the Stonehenge black better. Okay, have I got that? I've got Stonehenge. I'm just trying to think if I've got it here. Oh, look at this. I've got the Stonehenge, but I don't have the black in here, in this lot. I'm pretty sure I've got a pad somewhere, but you know, some people say, oh no, not this one, but like not the one in the pad, but their one on the sheets are different. But I find that this is okay as well. So these are all the things that I want to try, you see. So yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's why I have issues with pencils. I don't have a technique. You know what, Nolani? I tell you what, all you got to do is just, I don't know. I mean, everyone has a different way of applying pressure and being heavy-handed and not. I'm trying to be as light as I possibly can with the pencils, because I'm conscious of how many layers I can get on here, and if I'm going very, very gently and applying light pressure, then I think I'm okay. So I think that's the trick, is to find the light pressure and just go slow, which is what I'm doing now. I'm just, yeah. Okay, Cherry says, I don't have a technique at all with coloured pencil either. No, okay. I think the Stonehenge black only comes in large sheets. Okay. Yeah, well, maybe, because I'll have to have a look at my the art shop that I go to. Yeah. Chandri, hello, hello. Going well, my dear. Hope you are well as well. Oh my gosh, I'm talking over the birds. It's so loud. I hope you can hear me. Where could they be? Like they look like they're just outside the door, but I don't think they are. They're in my neighbour's yard, because there's lots of foliage there. So okay. Okay, I'm impose sanctions on her. Oh God. Yes, so yeah, so I think, you know, and it is very grainy, okay, it is. I mean, I've also got the tortillon or the paper or the paper stump. I find that the Derwent one is much nicer to use. It's more like tissue paper, if I can, and that will help in, because I'm not using solvent. So this is really good, or blending stump, whichever name you can put to it. Yeah, so I think this helps with the blending. And remember, it is coloured pencil, so it is going to take a while. We know that. Hence why I didn't do a really big project to do a study of. For those just, okay, how many days until you get your little pup? We were just talking about that. A week. It's a week. It's a week. Okay, I'm on the way to getting better. Okay. You may not want to put any art supplies on the floor when that puppy arrives. I think so, Cherry. I've got a whole heap of crap on the floor at the moment. I'm going to have to do a major cleanup this weekend. I'm always trying to clean up, but yes, I will, you know, everything up off the floor just for the while. Yeah. No, agree totally. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's going to go all quickly now. Oh, yes. And we'll see. If she behaves, I might show her on a live stream maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. But I'll show you. Yeah. Okay, but if you are, okay, so yes, that's right. If I and it's all about the training. I do have a program in place for her. She'll go, really? You're making me do this? But it's not really. I basically just want to teach her manners. Okay, manners. It's just, you know. Could you imagine? She's going to go nuts with these birds here. But you know what? She's on a, I'm getting her from a property, so they would have like a heck of a lot of birds there as well. So I think I might be okay. But oh, she'll be hearing all of these sounds and she'll be going, what is this place? Okay. You know what? This is, I don't mind. I'm not minding this at all. And I've also got this here, which is close by, my little block here, sandpaper block to sharpen. Well, it can sharpen the pencils, couldn't it? And you can, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so more layers. I'm going to more layers. So these are the colors that I'm liking. I'm liking all of these. Each one of these that I've picked up has worked beautifully. So for me now, it's all about the color or the value or the hue. It's all about that at the moment. So each one of these are working very nice. Oh, hang on. I just want to put this little shine on this. So, what is this one? Is that titanium white? I think I will just do that just for the time being. So I don't go over it. And blend. So I know that that's there. Which is here also, but I'll do that later. But I'll just keep on working this. Really enjoying it. It's really fun. Yes, do that. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. So each one of these pencils, it does something to the core, like it's, you know, but I don't care. Like I said, I'm not even worried about that. Not at all. In fact, I don't think it wastes much more than normal, to be honest. There we go. There's some light stuff going on here, which is probably a soft grey, fossil grey. Yep. Again, I'm light hand here. Light hand. Yeah. Okay, Kathy says, is it easier to sharpen coloured pencils than pastel pencils? The answer is heck yes. Heck yes. The biggest yes. Capital Y-E-S. Yes. Pastel pencils can be a booger. Yeah. Or a bugger. Yes. Most definitely, Kathy. I mean, look at the point. I've used the Derwent Super Point, and yeah, much. I mean, now I've done so many testings. I use this sharpener for pastel pencils, and I use, here we go, this sharpener, the Derwent Super Point, for coloured pencils. I mean, you could use the Super Point for the pastel pencils. Guaranteed, you're going to ruin that pencil sharpener for sure. I've done it because I've done it. It's happened to me. So the answer is, yeah. Yes. Yeah. I know, it's sharpening pastel pencils is so painful. I mean, I love pastel pencils. I love them. But sharpening them is a bloody pain in the ass. And frustrating. I mean, I get it. I mean, you could sharpen your pastel pencils like on this, blades, you know. Yeah. Okay, tell me about it. I have so many sharpeners, can never get them to a nice point like these coloured pencils. I'm seeing, yes, correct. Okay, I go through a lot of sharpeners. Okay, I buy the cheapest ones I can get, yes. And that's what this is where I've resorted to. And I don't care to chuck that out. I don't care when I'm done with the blade. So, yeah. Okay, because this apple is suspended, I at least want to make it look like it's sitting on something. So I'm just going to do, there's a bit of a shadow here. So the pencil that I'm using is dark indigo. It's almost like the darkest navy. Oh gosh, nearly flicked that up. Okay. Oh yeah, they're beautiful, sharp. Look how beautiful and sharp they are. Yeah, I mean, most of the rotary sharpeners will give you a beautiful point like this. I mean, everyone has their special sharpener. Yeah, so the whole point is that it's the blade. It's the blade. So unless it's made of titanium or something like that, I don't know. There's Here we go. So it's not in mid, so it's not floating. Midnight black here, which is probably more purple. Yeah. Okay, Nolani says, I asked Unmasked Art how he sharpened his pastel pencils and he said he used an electric sharpener. Yeah, I know. I don't know how he gets his pencils like that sharp, but must be like a superhuman sharpener. I know. He says that. I've heard him say that so many times. I'll have to ask him again. What is it? Oh, hang on. I know. He's got it in his videos. I think he tells you which one he uses as well. Yeah. Nanette says, yeah, I use a crank style. Exacto makes a decent one. And you can get them really cheap. Okay. Okay. Kathy says, I always tell myself I will sharpen all the pastel pencils after completing a project, but never do. So I am my own worst enemy. I use a crank sharpener, but some pencils keep breaking. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. This is what happens. Yeah. Okay, I just want to blend this on the bottom because it's more of a cast shadow down here. There, these blending stumps are really, really nice to use with this particular style or with this paper and how I'm doing this project. So it's okay. The trick is to see how many layers will I be able to get on here, or is it really that important? Is probably the question. I will ask myself, how important is to layer? Some swear by it. I probably swear by it myself, but I'm so used to painting that way, regardless of what medium I'm using. I always want the opportunity to be able to layer. Okay, let's do the stem. So at least we've got the stem down. It's like a chocolate, isn't it? I saw chocolate here before. Where was it? There we go. Chocolate. And it's not sharp enough for me, so just so you can see, I'll show you. Okay, here we go. And okay, what happens is that the sharpener, I can feel it goes loose, and so that's when I know that it's here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh, look how pointy that is. That is just gorgeous. Oh, if only pastel pencils. I mean, I can get pastel pencils this sharp if I use that Derwent sharpener. But then what happens? It breaks, or it dulls my bloody pencils. So that's why I'm less likely to use that. Here we go. That's all right. Merlot. Jacquard, there it is. That's the one. The Jacquard, that's the one that he uses. Yes, it's one that is no longer made. Well, there you go. Cherry says, I've been using the Swordfish Omnipoint, but I can't find any replacement blades at the moment. This is the problem. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yep. Okay. What did you say, Nanette? Okay. Use the crank. Oh, okay. Yeah. Funny. There you go. At least it's got a well, now it's got a stem, thank goodness. You're drinking coffee, Nanette, are you? Oh, dear. Yes, it needs quite a few layers, but I'm good with this. I'm really enjoying myself. Hang on, this is what I want. Yes, so I don't mind this one, this paper. I'm not going to make a decision until I've tried all of them. Let's see which one I go for. I know I'm a Pastelmat lady, so or artist, but I'm going to give others a go because I want to give others a go. I want to. I like this paper. Just putting a little bit more pressure here at the moment. I just want to put some highlights on these lips. I think I've gone over too much here, so okay. No, okay. Okay, it looks good enough to eat, but it's looking at me like it wants to eat me. Wrap some dough around it and bake it. Yes, can be done. Don't know what it'll taste like if I do that. Okay, or put sultanas in it and bake. Oh dear. Yes, there are many options. There are many things we can do. I just need to cover that a little bit, just in this spot here. I'm just problem solving here. That's funny. Do you find that that's what happens? You end up holding like a whole heap of pencils when you're using coloured pencil. Okay. I want to make this. I want to make these lips now stick out more. Make them nice and bright now. And this is a very good pencil to do it with, deep red. Yes. So see, once you go around, like I knew that I was going to make adjustments to the mouth. Once I started colouring in the area around it, and it's like that with just about everything that I do. I find, are you all like that, or is it just me? Sometimes like you've got to just putting a little bit more pressure, I am. Now, just so, because I'm working on top of the layers that I've worked with, and it's still okay. I find that I'm not going to be able to put that much more layers, not as much as I believe that I would be able to do this with Pastelmat, but you know, I'm trying. Okay. Okay, bye. Have a nice week. Oh, okay, Paulo. Have a nice weekend yourself. Thank you so much for popping in to say good day. Okay, it's my time to go. Have a nice rest of the stream. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, what about sultan? Okay, hang on. I've missed. Okay, or put sultan. Okay, what sultanas? Sultanas are grapes, but dried fruit. That's what sultanas are. They're like raisins. Yeah, raisins are smaller than sultanas. But yes, sultana is a sultana grape. Yep. I could do with those teeth, yes. So could I. Kathy says a toffee apple would have been interesting to draw. All that shine. Yes. Oh yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to blend this with the stump now. Sorry, I'm just using my paper towel to wipe this off because I know, because I need to go into that area. I just want to blend that. Okay. Horsewoman says, I just got an art order and I am playing with my new Pablo 120 set. Nice pencils. Yes, they are nice. They are nice. I like them. They're one of my go-to for details. They're the ones that I like. Okay, so let me see. Oh no, let's go this way. I'm just going to blend that just on the edges, and I'm going to go over it again with the white. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so in fact, it should be more on the yes, Arctic. It's not quite white, is it? Could be. Yeah. Ah, yes. Yeah, the Pablos are nice. I like them. I like them a lot too. So as you can see, I've used these lovely these lovely pencils. So if you were trying to select, if you were wanting to have a go and try this paper with these pencils, I say give it a go, but you've got to be a bit patient, remember, and just work through it very lightly. And okay, let me just blend, whoops, where is it here? Let me just blend this one more time. Okay, now I'm going to work on this a little bit more and see how far I can go with layers. But study 2, Mitton touch with coloured pencil, and I had used a little bit of the pens underneath, as you saw, and it's the lightest layer. So, and this bit here was without the pans underneath, and this area was with the pans underneath. So there you go. This is all right. Okay, well, I might just call this a stream, and next week I will be live streaming. We'll be live streaming the landscape critiques, so it won't be this time, but the next week after that I'll go back to my normal time, but because we're working in with Will from Unmask Art, and I'll see you all next week. And so thank you so much for for joining in the chat, and we're keeping each other company. But bye for now, everyone, and have a lovely weekend. Bye for now.